I have over 500 movies on my Letterboxd watch list, so let's pick one at random and review it. Today's movie is going to be The Harbinger. Oh, would you look at that? It's from the director of Yellow Brick Road. I remember that being kind of okay. Let's see what this is all about. One of my pet peeves with modern horror movies is the amount of dream sequences in them. A lot of them feel like they're just thrown in there to get a couple of more jump scares into the movie, and they rarely make sense with everything else that's going on. But here's the thing, nightmares can legitimately be terrifying. I used to get them a lot in my 20s, thankfully not as much anymore. So whenever I see a movie that has really good dream sequences, a la Nightmare on Elm Street, I love it. And let me tell you, I really loved The Harbinger. It's a small indie film that takes place during COVID, so it has just a couple of characters in it, and the runtime runs for about 80 minutes, 87 with credits. So it's a really well done indie horror that doesn't overstay its welcome. I'm surprised I hadn't seen this before. The story follows Monique, who's quarantining with her family when she gets a call from an old college friend called Mavis. It's one of those, hey, I need you to come over right away type of calls. Don't ask too many questions. When Monique arrives, Mavis is in bad shape. She's having these dreams that she's convinced that one day she's not going to wake up from. In her dreams, she's being chased by something that's not allowing her to wake up. Sometimes she sleeps for days in a row, and this something has taken the shape of a plague doctor. Soon, Monique's reality begins to shift as she suspects that whatever has taken a hold of Mavis is starting to latch on to her too. I love the way this movie weaves in and out of reality with these very innovative dream sequences that were done on a very small budget as well. I think if you enjoy something like Smile or Smile 2, there's a lot of similarities here. It's not nearly as gruesome or dark as those movies, but it has plenty of its own things to offer you. Once it starts going into the mythology and background of the Harbinger itself, it gets very interesting. I'm not sure I've seen another horror movie with a villain quite like this one. I mean, obviously there's some Freddy Krueger inspiration happening here, but the Harbinger doesn't talk, and there's another layer to him that I'm not going to spoil for you, but there's something else that happens with the Harbinger that's not just him being in people's dreams. And that second thing, that hook that gets revealed in the third act, is such a primal fear for a lot of people that I'm surprised I haven't seen more horror movies explore it. But I know I'm being annoyingly vague here, so we can move on. Another thing that I think is really great about this film is the relationship between Monique and Mavis. They're not really the best of friends. In fact, when the movie starts, they haven't spoken in quite a while. And I'm not trying to say that the movie sets this up as a big mystery or anything. It really doesn't. I just think the relationship between these two is a lot more layered and nuanced than I expected it to be at first. And there's great chemistry between the two as well, which is needed because we spend most of our time with just these two characters. And that relationship and chemistry between the two of them plays so well into the third act reveal that I was talking about earlier as well, that I don't want to spoil, so you're just gonna have to trust me on that. I think the one criticism I have is that it's a little light on scares. And no, that's not me saying they should have inserted more jump scares into these dream sequences, not at all. But as I said before, it's a quite short film, and I guess I wouldn't have minded to stay in this world a little bit longer. Because once they reveal what the Harbinger is all about, they start to wrap things up really quickly. And it's funny, because in most movies like this, I wouldn't mind that, because any questions you have are probably going to be way scarier than whatever answers the filmmakers can provide. But here, I actually think it's the opposite. So by the time the credits rolled, I was like, wait, no, you guys nailed it. Like, you created a really cool, unique horror villain, and then I feel like they didn't give him quite enough time to really shine. But honestly, when I come out of a movie and my biggest criticism of it is I wish I had more of that movie, that's a really good sign. So yeah, if you're watching this channel, I'm guessing you'd like horror movies, and I can't imagine you're going to be disappointed with this one. There'll be another one of these videos tomorrow, so please check back then, leave a like and comment if you enjoyed the video and all that stuff, and we'll talk about more films soon. Okay, bye.